first off, let's like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. It's your boy Paul. So let's get down into the mess of the mess. So we gotta start off with this Remy Pimples and his girlfriend Mrs. Shield. So it kept on continuing today. It wouldn't stop. I said, I'm tired. I love the mess, but I can't take no more. I am done with this. So, Remy then Pampools then did like 3 different videos. Remy then came back with a couple more. Then Mrs. Shield then came out with some other stuff like just a few minutes ago before I came on this live. I said like y'all need to stop. I said I am tired. I am so tired. So, Remy didn't respond to everything that Pampools then did, where she didn't talked about. I didn't found out that she didn't talked about Pampoo's son, sexuality. I said, "Damn girl, you telling people business." On top of that, Remy then turn around. She didn't talked about his sister. Apparently, that's why his daughter don't go around the family because apparently the sister is a predator. I said, Lord Lee. I said, I understand that. I get that. I said, girl, but why you still married? Because you should have gave him the divorce paper a long time ago. But, that's a whole other story. But, she comes out to get back at this Mrs. Shield one more time before she get to a little bit more dirt. She told her, wasn't nobody checking for you anyway. I'm paraphrasing. She said, ain't nobody talking about you. Ain't nobody checking for you. Ain't nobody even looking for that day of July 26th. Because don't nobody even know where it's at. So some event or whatever supposed to be happening on July 26th, she supposed that Miss Shield and Pimple supposed to be focused on, and ain't nobody don't. Remy said don't nobody know where it's at. But this stunt that you just pulled, you should have been more focusing on that so-called event instead of doing this. I said, well, that's about true. That's about true, girl. That's about true. She said, but what you can do, girl, you can go, you know what you can do? You got my number when you are finally a grown woman and you want to talk, you got my number, call me. She like, until then, you can also go to Google, look up divorce meritant divorce mentor, what is it, divorce something, divorce mediation. She said you can look that up, divorce mediation, because I've been offering that for the last 4 years. I said, Remy girl, not the last 4 years. You gonna stay on her neck like that? She said for the last 4 years, girl. She went, but other than that, you know, you can get back to your girlfriend, Pon Poos. Yeah. Pon Poos. Get back to your girlfriend Pon Poos. Tell him bring that here, boy. I said, girl. I said, Remy, you woke up on that good side. You done took you a good nap. You came back blazing. You really can't stand Mrs. Shields. Because she's a messy heifer. Messy. She won't shut up. She keep dipping where she don't need to be dipping. It's between you and your estranged husband, because both of y'all are estranged. Husband and wife both estranged. I said both of y'all, to me, it's like a 50-50. Both of y'all can take it or leave it with both of y'all. It's like it's in the middle of what is true. I can believe both sides of what y'all saying and come to an agreement that, okay, I believe both of y'all, and it's like 50-50. Y'all both then did dirt in this relationship, and it's just taking too long to end. It just need to end at this point. Hey, everybody in the chat, how y'all doing? Just end it already, because we are tired. I'm tired of going back and forth with y'all. I said I didn't got my kiki on. I love a good mess, but I can't do no more. I said, please. Cause his daughter, his daughter, oldest daughter, actually got into the mess too, calling out Remy about bringing this stuff to the front. I said, this is, I said, now it's getting a little, I said, now here we go. I can't, now this, it need to stop. But they gonna do what they gonna do. Let's move past them. So Jesse Smollett ended up addressing the settlement with the city of Chicago. He said, I ain't paying them. He said, I'm not paying them. He didn't pay them. So he ended up donating another extra 10K the to a charity called the Chicago Torture and Justice Center. That's what he's been. That's what he did and stuff. He still said that he's an innocent man, and they just trying to rebel him, the city of Chicago, and that's what he's sticking with. So we move past him. We move on to the Today Show host, Sheinelle Johnson. If you don't know her, she's one of the co-hosts on the Today Show. Her husband today actually passed away from aggressive aggressive form of brain cancer. My condolences to his family. Condolences to her family. They had 3 young kids, and that's my girl. I love her, and I haven't seen her because she does another show on the weekend. Is the Wild Animals on NBC for them, and I haven't seen her in a couple of weeks, and they haven't been showing it. So I said this makes sense. She dealing with a lot. Her and her kids. I said I'm praying for them. You know, it's going it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a lot, but you and the kids, y'all family, the Lord got you. But moving past that, let's move on to Trump. He's threatening Apple if they don't start making the Apple phones in America. He gonna threaten them with a 25% the tariff tax. I said, sir, that ain't gonna work because I said they don't have the technology here to actually make it here. They have it overseas to make it. But you, I don't think that's gonna work with Apple. But we'll see how that's gonna be handled. Apple ain't gonna fold. They ain't gonna fold that easy as the rest of these other big companies. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. So let's move on past that. Let's move on to Young Thug. So Young Thug ended up posting after Kid Cudi testified. He said Kid Cudi's a damn rat. And AOL. I said, man. I I said what? I said he didn't snitch. He didn't snitch about nothing. All he did was tell the truth of what happened in the relationship he had with Cassie. I said, make it make sense, sir. I don't know what's going on. But Young Thug, you a mess. You need a life. You need a life. But let's move on past here. Let's move on to this Texas doctor. This Texas doctor is only getting 10 years in prison. So this man actually was forcing his forcing his patients to have chemo when they were not sick at all. And he was even forcing children. Because one of the children was a 11-year-old girl who is now bedridden for life. And I said, he's only getting 10 years? All because he wanted to keep the same lifestyle, that luxury lifestyle he was living. He was on jets, he was buying mansions, and he was riding around in Bentleys. And he was filing um, fake insurance reports for Medicare and Medicaid, over $1 million plus. Yes, to live his lifestyle, and he only got 10 years. I said this ain't right. I said he need life. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the chat. But that's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. Joining, liking, and just sharing, it won't hurt you. But let me check out what's going on in the chat and see how everybody doing before I get up out of here. But let's see. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? How y'all night going? Yeah, that is nasty. Yeah. But that's all I got for y'all. Bye y'all. Y'all have a nice night. Bye.